What's up, guys? I'm Weston Wagner. Today, we're about to pour a concrete foundation in an existing house. Welcome back to part 3 of my $800 house. We're completely transforming it, and today's the day, baby. Today is the day we're pouring concrete in an existing house. Right now, we've got it backfilled. We're doing prep, so we're putting our plastic down. We're gonna be bringing wire. It is 7 a.m. The concrete truck should be rolling up at any point. Where's your shovel at? Where's your shovel? You better get one. Yeah, 8:30. So, tip of the day. Before you pour concrete, you always want to make sure your pipes are covered, your plumbing pipe. You either want to make sure your plumber puts a cap on it like this, but they do have to water test it. So you got to be able to see the water coming up and that it holds water. So you're going to want to make sure you put tape over it so that way you don't have any concrete in your plumbing pipes. So with this house being a crawl space foundation, when I bought this house, it had a crawl space foundation in it. So right down here, crawl space, the base plate or the seal plate that you're looking at, most of it was rotten. So as you can see, most of this house is floating right now. We had to make some temporary structures so that way the whole house doesn't fall down. There is still some parts of the house that is good without rotten lumber. However, we have to frame that up. We've got to make sure the concrete doesn't fall over the walls. So right over here, we're framing this up so that way our concrete doesn't go past this point right here, and then we can frame right on top of it. Hey, I thought you told me you didn't have any boots.
No, my dad said he thought he didn't have any more, but he did have more.
You was trying to get out of working today, weren't you?
Oh, but that was
Yeah. Yeah, I already see. All right, we've already poured 9 yards of concrete. We've already poured 9 yards of concrete. We're on our second concrete truck. Every truck has 9 yards on it. So when you're doing concrete foundation, you got to put boxes around your shower drains, just in case your shower drain is off just a little bit and you need to move it. A plumber forgot to put these boxes in, so we had to make some makeshift boxes. I won't touch it. Maybe.
2,000.
How much? 2,000.
Yeah.
Hey, just add it to my bill. All right, so earlier you guys see me measuring this wall right here, and I got thinking about it, and the common person's not gonna know why am I measuring this wall. Measuring this wall because I need the concrete level to be 96.5 inches. So 96 inches is 8 foot. We want our walls to be 8 foot, but we need to be 96.5 because we're gonna have a 1/2 inch of sheetrock right there at the bottom. So our concrete level needs to be 96.5. Then we have this laser right here. So that way they can make sure this level all the way across. So that way this concrete is the same level all the way across. All right, we have completed the pour right now. Now they are running the floats over it so we can make sure it's nice and level, get it smoothed out, because we're actually gonna do either some kind of polished or stained floor here, so everything's getting smooth. So kind of, talk about these beams just a little bit. We did put beams in here to structure and support this house while we come in to concrete this. So what we did, we strategically measured it out. So our posts right there are going to end up in a 2x4 wall. So we're going to be able to cut those out, frame over the top of it, And we put it where the hallway is. So we actually did measure that out and put it in the correct place. We didn't just pick a random spot. Next up, we're gonna let this cure out. We're gonna run some trowels over it, run some floats over it. It's gonna harden up. Next step's framing. "21 yards later, the concrete foundation of my $800 house done." All right, so let's go ahead and look at some numbers on this to see where we are right now. So what I've spent since the last video, one thing I did forget to mention, I did have to get a builder's risk insurance policy. So that way if a fire takes this out, a tornado, theft, anything else goes wrong with this, I do have an insurance policy on it. That builder's risk did cost me $569. I did have to go get some lumber from Barton's Lumber. Even though I did have some lumber left over, I didn't quite have as much as I needed to put this temporary brace up. I did spend $330 at Barton's. I did have to get some more dumpsters, and I did have more landfill fees. That totaled up to $714. I had to get 9 loads of fill to put underneath this concrete. 9 loads of compacted sand cost me $1,440. I did have rough end plumbing. My rough end plumbing cost $2,000. We had to get 21 yards of concrete. This whole foundation was 21 yards of concrete. That was $3,045. And then we had labor to backfill the property. We had labor to pour the concrete, finish the concrete. We had wire mesh and we had plastic. All that together was $4,000. So with all that being added up, I did spend $12,098. If you add that with the first video of the $12,214, so far I'm at $24,312 on my $800 house. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you following along in the transformation of my $800 house. My concrete foundation is complete. Next up's framing. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when video 4 comes out.